And I'm Tess Rafols in Mesa. Firefighters telling us how important it is to keep safety in mind this holiday season, with lots of kids getting wheels under the tree for this Christmas. What you need to know about making sure you have the right helmet for your child. A live report up next.
To chat with Tess Rafols, because whether it's a bike, a scooter, or a skateboard, lots of kids are getting some new wheels for Christmas, and that does call for an important reminder, lady, doesn't it?
Exactly. Safety first. That's what it's always about, Kaylee, especially with kids getting wheels under the tree this season. That's why we're with the Mesa Fire Department this morning, and Michelle Denton is going to talk about the importance of these helmets. We can't stress it enough, and so many kids are getting new wheels for this holiday season.
Yes, Tess, and brain injuries are a factor. If the child is injured, be in a crash, the risk of a head injury is great. So what we want to do is helmet their head with the appropriate helmet. We have a whole display here of different variety depending on the sport that they're doing. And we also have an example of the brain and the consistency and fragility of the brain. As you can see, it's very fragile. And so what we want to do is protect it. By wearing a helmet, we can reduce the head injury risk by 85%.
Wow, that's a huge number.
Yes, and we can reduce the brain injury by as much as 88%.
A lot of little kids will be getting, whether it's the new little ATVs that we've seen, because I know personally my kids are getting them and they're barely 2, but a lot of the helmets start at 3 years old. So as we come down here and take a look at the smaller ones, what's your suggestion for these?
Well, the youngest child's on paper on the manufacturer sticker is 3 on up. So if you have to helmet a child's head that's younger than that, what we'd suggest is you use these paddings down here to pad the voids and just to get as snug of a fit as you possibly can. And then ideally you want to wait until they're 3 or greater to actually use the helmet.
Okay, and a lot of times you go out into the community, you're doing safety checks, the City of Mesa sponsoring different events with the kids on bikes. What's some of the common problems you're finding with the helmets?
They're improperly fitted. They're very loose. They'll jiggle around on their head. They'll turn to one direction and the helmet will fly to the other. There's lots of space created. There's lots of room in the chin strap and so forth. So.
Let's show everybody real quickly how it should properly fit as you put one on. Therese is giving us a model here, and tell us what we need to know as you put on this helmet.
All right. Well, first thing is we want to find a helmet that's proper sized for her. So this is an adult helmet for Therese here. And what we want to do is just make sure it's in great condition. This one's brand new. So we're going to put it right on her head, square and even, and have these Y straps around her ears. And we're going to make sure that the chin strap fits appropriately without pinching her. No pinch there. So we want, again, the Y straps there, the chin strap less than 2 fingers. 2 fingers at the most is all we want as for room. And then no more than 2 fingers above her eyebrows is where we want the helmet to fit her correctly.
And it looks like this one's a pretty good fit. Okay.
It is. And we can check that by having Therese, if you would bear with me, I'm going to try to push up on the back, and we don't see it going down and hitting the nose like we do in a lot of children. I'm going to try to pull up on the top and make sure it's not, again, showing lots of forehead, and then have her move her head side to side, no movement, and then open your mouth, Therese. Can you feel that pulling down on your head?
Yep. She looks good and safe. Okay. Well, we are going to stay here with the Mesa Fire Department, talk more about helmet safety coming up at 8:30. Specifically, too, a lot of folks heading up to the high country in the snow, and a lot of injuries are happening because folks aren't prepared. So stay with us for more on bike safety helmets for this holiday.